Hello, hello, good morning. I'll give you all a moment to get on. I'm going to get my notes here. And one more thing. I rearranged my desk, so I have to kind of get used to how I'm how I'm operating now. So when you pop on, let me know who you are and where you're from, so I can say hello to you. And we're going to get down with the get down. Hello, Dr. Stephanie. Don't you have an event coming up? Let us know what's going on. Good morning. Good morning. Pop on in. Pop on in. So I want to welcome you. My name is Lysandra Everett, and I am here Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish. When you tune in, you're going to hear mainly about tax topics, but we're going to be talking about business and life, but mainly tax topics. But today, thank you, Dr. Stephanie. But today, I want to talk about this letter that is causing all kinds of drama. It even made CNN. Okay, so Steve Harvey wrote this letter to his staff, right? And people are ticked. So if you haven't seen it, I'm going to read the letter to you, okay? So the letter says, from Steve Harvey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I'd like you all to review and adhere to the following notes and rules for season 5 of my talk show. There will be no meetings in my dressing room, no stopping by or popping in, no one, all caps. Do not come to my dressing room unless invited. Do not open my dressing room door, then more, all caps. If you open my door, expect to be removed. My security team will stop everyone from standing at my door who have the intent to see or speak to me. I want all ambushing to stop now. That includes TV staff. You must schedule an appointment. I have been taken advantage of by my lenient policy in the past. This ends now. No more. Do not approach me while I'm in the makeup chair unless I ask to speak with you directly. Either knock or use the doorbell. I am seeking more free time for me throughout the day. Do not wait in any hallway to speak to me. I hate being ambushed. Please make an appointment. I promise you I will not entertain you in the hallway, and do not attempt to walk with me. If you're reading this, yes, I mean you. Everyone, do not take offense to the new way of doing business. It is for the good of my personal life and enjoyment. Thank you all, Steve Harvey. Now, what I find interesting is how many people actually responded viscerally to this message. Okay, it's to me, it's hilarious. I've seen all kinds of things, like my headline, he's a pompous jerk, that he thinks he's Oprah now, and all of these things. And what I found, and the reason I found it just amusing, is that he is establishing boundaries. Did it come across kind of like, but that's Steve Harvey, right? If you've ever watched his show, if you've ever seen any of his comedy, if you've ever seen any of his interviews, he is the same person that is in this memo. Here's the deal. Steve Harvey read a book, and I'm going to show you the book because I started reading this book a couple days ago. Hold on, because I want to turn this around so you can see it. Okay, this book right here, Essentialism by Greg McKeown. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Okay, so what this is, he is just establishing boundaries, and we do this all the time. And as a matter of fact, if we did more of establishing boundaries, we'd probably have more productive lives and businesses. Because see, like that somebody said, oh, he thinks he's Oprah now. Well, how do you think Oprah got to be Oprah? Oprah got to be Oprah by not entertaining everything and everybody and having more control and structure over her time. And that is what we need to do, because when people approach us, they're approaching us with their agenda. That agenda might not be in line with our agenda, okay? And so when we take the time that we have scheduled for us to focus on the things that we need to do, then we are not in control of our time. We are letting other people manage our time. And it doesn't work that way, because that's how you end up running around all over the place trying to please everybody. And then you are suffering on the inside. And I think Jack Canfield said it best. This is not something that was against anyone else. It was for him. He said that in his letter. It's for me to have more free time in my day it's for, what did he say? For my personal life and enjoyment. See, we want people to operate on our agenda. And then when somebody puts up some boundaries, yes, he is busy. When somebody puts up some boundaries, then all of a sudden it's, who do you think you are? Do you think you're so important that you can't talk to people now? And that's not what this is. And we see it all the time. When we make changes in our lives, the people that are around us have a difficult time adjusting, because it's taken as, okay, so you think you're better than me, then, that you can't do X, Y, Z anymore. And it's not anything about being better. It's about doing what's best for you and in your time. How much more productive, how much better would our lives be if we establish some boundaries? Like office hours, not being available all the time. Setting up some time in our own day to have some space to think. But no, I'm just amazed at how people are just reacting to the point to make it seem like he is he's some monster because he established some really firm boundaries. And he said it, look, I don't like being ambushed. I don't like you coming from around a corner talking to me. Make an appointment. Now, what is the problem with making an appointment? He's not saying you can't speak to me. He's just putting the boundaries by which you can speak to him. Okay. But we do this all the time. We cut people off because that doesn't fit in our lives anymore. What if we continue to operate on everybody else's time schedule, right? What if we did that? What would your life look like? It would be a bumbling mess. You would be running all over the town. Whoever the stay-at-home parent is, I see Troy on here. I know he's a dad. He's the at-home dad. But, but we do this with our families all the time. When they come calling, mommy, daddy, it's like, tweet time out. Can I go to the bathroom, right? So what he did is just establish some firm boundaries for him to be able to operate better. Because see, Steve has got what? He's got like 15 shows, he's got his talk, he's got his radio show. So he has a lot of responsibility because his productivity provides people jobs. Okay. So then if Steve Harvey fails, then guess what? Then all of you fail too, because if you work for him, then your livelihood is based on him being productive because he's the visionary, right? He is the one that is leading this whole crew. And so if he doesn't establish the boundaries for him to work, the mentoring camps, the Disney Academy. So if he doesn't establish the boundaries that allow him to be his best, then what do you expect? And then if he fails, then you're going to look at him and say, well, why did this fail? Well, it failed because I was talking to you all the time. So, I encourage you to read this book, Essentialism. It's very good. And it's called Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less. It is about doing the things that are important to you. Not important to everybody else. Because see, what's important to everybody else isn't going to be important to you. You have to decide what is important to you and cut that off. Period. So while everybody is sitting here dogging him out because of this memo, so somebody leaked it, which means somebody took offense. And I also like the line that says, if you're reading this, yes, I mean you. Because see, there are people in our lives that feel like, well, it's me, so I don't have to abide by the rules. No. So it takes all of that mess away. He has established clear boundaries about how he's going to operate his life. And then if you plan to deal with him, then this is how you're going to do it. And if you don't like it, then leave. It's just like marketing. We make our marketing message to reach a certain audience and then repel everybody else. If you are repelled by this message, then you're not on the Steve Harvey train. It's very simple. So when you think about how you structure your day, how you might say, okay, between 10 and 2, I don't answer the phone. If somebody calls you at 10:30 and you don't answer the phone and they're offended, well, guess what? They're not on your team. So, so I thought this was, like I said, I thought it came across kind of harsh, but then that's just Steve Harvey, right? But the message is clear that these are the boundaries on which I will operate. And this is how you're going to do it in my world. If you don't want to live by my rules in my world, then you need to leave. And if we did more of that, in our lives and our businesses, we'd be a lot further along than where we are. When you think about how many opportunities come every single day. Here, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. If you haven't established some boundaries about what you are going to do with your life and your business, then you will be easily distracted. I had somebody, and I'll give you a prime example. I shared that, I'm focusing on building my tax preparation business. I had somebody coming in my inbox telling me all the other stuff I needed to do. Like, why are you here? You are trying to get me to do what's important to you, not what's important to me. So when we established, though, if we stopped entertaining all of these opportunities, there's multiple streams of income, but you can't build them all at one time. If we would establish some boundaries to say, okay, I'm not entertaining anything for the next 6 months, then don't entertain anything for the next 6 months. I don't care how big it is. I don't care how much it's on fire and all that stuff, because if it's good enough to get into now, then it'll be good enough to get into 6 months from now when I have mental space to deal with it. How would your business look? How would your success look? How would your bank account look if you put up more of those boundaries? See, we are so busy being busy that we forget to be productive. And I think that what he did with this letter is more about being productive. Have a fantastic day, Michelle. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Martell. So, for it to reach CNN, I mean, come on. And he makes no apologies. And I think that's great. And he shouldn't make any apologies about wanting to control more of his time. And if we did that for ourselves, we would be a lot further along than what we were. So that's it for me, you guys. I wanted to just hop on and share that with you. I know it's not a tax topic, but hey, we're all about doing life better, right? That's what we want to do. We all want to have productive, enjoyable lives. And if your life, if you're saying, this sucks right now, then you need to look at what's making it suck and get rid of it. Okay, so I really hope this helps somebody out. I post these on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything, and share this if you got some value. Okay, so thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. And good morning, Martell.